This podcast is brought to you by Guerrilla Podcast Syndicate, powered by Kangaroo Fern Media Lab. Kangaroo Fern is Australia's independent video and podcast management agency with the mission to help individuals and entrepreneurs to start their own podcasts and harness the power of podcasting. Book now via www.kangaroofern.com.
A Kangaroo Fern production.
A Guerrilla Podcast Syndicate.
Thing we can do is just get stops and run. Stops and run, guys. Push, push, push every time.
Extra session with Kiko Malicdem tackles everything about the world of sports, especially the one close to the host's heart, basketball. Updates, discussion, clarification, name it. Extra session has it. Extra session with Kiko Malicdem. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Extra Session with Kiko Malicdem. And we are, again, welcoming you to another episode of your favorite sports podcast. And of course, with me today is a good friend. You've seen, he was my partner during in my radio stint in sports talaga. And of course, this is his third time to be the guest. Tama? Third time to be the guest or resource person for Extra Session podcast. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Jerome Azarcon. Zark, good day.
Yeah, good day sa lahat. It's nice to be back and we have a lot of catching up to do. NBA updates, NBA playoffs, exciting part sa followers ng basketball talaga. In spite of the pandemic, at least may mga sinusundan tayo na, pampasaya kahit papaano, di ba?
Yes, of course. And kamusta na ang buhay-buhay ngayon? Since of course, we're still in the pandemic. How's life doing for you, Zark?
Oh, well, still following, our favorite sport, basketball, of course. And, after doing some work, fortunately, I have this work from home. And then I have this business, milk tea, milk tea business. If you're following my Facebook, Cafe Lucha Anabu, please feel free to drop by and try, the
Milk
good
tea.
flavors na
So
Cafe Lucha Anabu.
basically,
Yep.
it's NBA playoffs. So nag-start. So by the time na this episode airs, most likely baka tapos na yung round 1. No, so
Mhm.
we're going to round 2. Pero nakakainggit no, Zark?
Mhm.
As you can see, yung NBA playoffs, there are already fans on the stands.
Mhm.
And dito sa Pilipinas, wala pa rin eh. So parang
Mhm.
nakakainggit pag napapanood lalo na yung na zoom in nila yung NBA play, yung yung laban ng New York and Atlanta, yung mga tao, ang dami na. Sabi, nakakainggit. What's your reaction to that ba?
Of course, ano yun US yun eh. So talagang yung program ng kanilang bagong government is talaga yung vaccination. Talagang pinapabilis. And then, yun. So marami nang vaccinated sa kanila. Kaya may chance na, di ba? Somehow, hindi na ganun dadami yung COVID-19, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Nakaka-recover na sila paunti-unti. Ayun, lahat naman yung cleared eh. I mean, may mga health protocols yun na dinaanan nila. At least, di ba? Masaya na yung iba pa rin talaga yung mapapanood mo siya ng live compared dun sa bubble, di ba? Last year, Kiko, as in, parang affected yung mga players na hindi masyadong di ba? Iba pa rin yung naglalaro ka na nandun yung fans, yung home court advantage. Masaya, di ba? Mas feel mo yung laro ng basketball kasi gano'n naman talaga yung basketball eh, di ba? Mas nararamdaman mo yung laro. Unlike nung bubble, parang tune-up lang yung feel nun eh. Though may mga virtual fans, but iba pa rin yung totoong fans na nandun. Di ba?
Tama. So we'll get through with it. So, syempre, di-discuss natin yung NBA matchups, yung awards. Well, as of this time, nasabi na kung sino ang most improved and six man of the year. Congrats to our very own na no? Inangkin na.
Yes.
Buti ng China. And then, Jordan Clarkson for winning. Clarkson of the Utah Jazz for winning the Sixth Man of the Year award. Well deserved. Si Julius Randle was the most improved player. I believe also he deserved it. Although meron pang kailangan i-improve sa laro niya given sa playoffs sa laban ng Atlanta, napansin natin. So, what do you think of those awards? Let's discuss the awards first bago tayo delve into. So, do you think Jordan and Julius deserve those awards?
Yeah, both winners deserving sila. Kasi though they have this, yung mga kasabay, daanan natin muna si Jordan Clarkson, no? Yung mga other candidates doon, si teammates niya, di ba? Si Joe Ingles, si Derrick Rose, ng New York Knicks. So, yun yung mga finalists nun eh. But, last year's winner, compare lang natin si Montrezl Harrell, no? Di ba? Sa Clippers.
Yes.
And yun sa voting, marami talagang votes kay Clarkson eh. Kaya talagang, performance-wise, you could see na talagang, si Clarkson, talagang spark plug, kailangan ng Utah, and results will tell. Number 1, di ba, ang Utah ngayon, best record. So, talagang impact niya sa team, pagkasumalang siya, with, with the bench players, talagang talaga. Scores talaga siya. Komportable siya sa mga ganong ginagawa.
Okay. Now, what are those other awards pa ba? So, aside from the Sixth Man and Most Improved, ano ba yung mga awards na paglalabanan? Defensive Player of the Year?
Yes. We have finalists for that. Defensive Player of the Year, we have Rudy Gobert, the Jazz, Draymond Green, Golden State Warriors, Ben Simmons, Philadelphia 76ers. Last year's winner, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. So, maganda yung top 3 na yun, Kiko. May pick ka ba sa 3 na yun? Sa 3 finalists? Start mo tayo sa Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay. So, I think just like what you said, top seed. Diba? You don't win games without playing defense. And a big reason, just aside from Mitchell and Clarkson doing the scoring punch, of course you need a big man in the middle. That's why I think Rudy Gobert deserves that award. Sa'yo ba? Sino sa tingin mo? Ako, I believe kasi Jazz is the number 1 seed. And then obviously if you take out Gobert, there's a big hole in the middle for the Jazz, and I think he is the one who helps the Jazz defense to alter some shots, di ba?
Correct. May impact talaga siya. And actually, kung tatlong to talagang naman, kahit sino mapili rito, well-deserved naman. Si Draymond Green, yung impact niya sa Golden State, di ba? Pag nandun sila, maganda yung depensa niya, may nakakahawa, so to speak. But speaking of number 1 then, Kiko, ang Philadelphia naman kasi is number 1 sa East.
Yeah.
And yung health ngayon ni Ben Simmons, napakalaking bagay. Yung defense niya, ang laking impact sa team ngayon. So, my pick would be Ben Simmons. Kasi pag wala siya, mapapansin mo medyo rin yung defensive presence ng team eh. I mean, medyo alam yun, parang nalalambutan ako. Embiid okay naman din, pero pag nag-rotate na ng tao yung Philadelphia, medyo mapapansin mo na Gusto ko kasi as defensive player, Kiko, doon nanalo na to si Gobert and si Green di ba? Ben Simmons kasi, yung flexibility, he can guard all 5 positions sa laro. Kasi bahit ni Simmons, di ba? 6'8", talaga mabilis. Any switches kaya niya. So, siya yung pick ko. Sa tingin ko na pwedeng manalo ng Defensive Player of the Year.
So, it's Simmons for you. Sige, ilagay natin. Maganda yan Yung mga dati, di ba?
Oo, pwede.
Kay Kiko, si Gobert. Di ba? Tapos si Zark is is Simmons, di ba? So,
Yan, oo.
ano pa yung ibang award? Sige nga.
Oh, sige, punta naman tayo sa most improved player.
Tapos na. Si
Yan.
Julius Randle na yan, di ba?
Ay, oo nga pala, counted na pala. I mean, Rookie of the Year pala tayo. Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Nako, ito, controversial din
Ah.
yan. Oo.
Mhm.
So, sino yung tatlo yan eh, di ba?
Candidates.
Yes.
And finalist, LaMelo Ball, Charlotte Hornets, Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves, saka si Tyrese Haliburton ng Sacramento Kings.
Mhm.
You
do the choice first. Sige.
Popular kasi talaga Kiko si LaMelo Ball eh. Yung pick ko before na-injury lang yung sa Golden State, but I think LaMelo Ball, grabe yung impact niya sa laro. Yung assist, he can shoot. Yung impact. So far siya yung though magaling parehas to yung Anthony Edwards saka si Haliburton. Nakita ko na rin maglaro. But
So you want to start a podcast, or perhaps you've already started one, but you're still unclear on how you can actually make this podcasting work. No worries. That's why we're here for you. We are Guerrilla Podcast Syndicate, powered by Kangaroo Fern Media Lab. Join our network. Contact us at info@kangaroofern.com because we're stronger together.
tingin ko sa voting, iba yung impact ni LaMelo Ball eh. Sa tingin ko, siya yung mananalo ng Rookie of the Year.
I see.
Ikaw ba?
Ako, I couldn't agree more. Pero siguro nagkaiba lang tayo with Wiseman. Kasi sabi mo, kung di na-injure si Wiseman. I believe Wiseman would be out as early as February. Hindi na siya talaga for the running for the Rookie of the Year.
Naiiwanan na rin.
Simply because hindi siya ginagamit ang gusto eh. Nangihinayang ako for Golden State kasi you have this center already pero you can't maximize him. Parang hindi alam ko anong gagawin kay Wiseman. Wherein, tingin ko ang laking impact to si Wiseman if he gets the playing time and the touches. Kasi ultra dependent sila kay Steph Curry for the offense. Now, which is in the play-in tournament, nagiging obvious na kung saan pupunta yung bola. So, I think Wiseman shouldn't be considered as one of the favorites kahit na hindi siya na-injure because Golden State didn't use him well. Pero I agree with you in terms of LaMelo Ball. Si Anthony Edwards, he has the skills but inconsistent early on, but he got his game going in the latter part. But overall, I think the overall impact is LaMelo Ball. Simply because he was able to push the Charlotte Hornets for the play-in tournament. Si Anthony Edwards, wala eh. Kahit umiscore siya ng sang katerba, wala pa rin ng Minnesota na sa bottom of the team standing. So I would agree it's LaMelo Ball for the Rookie of the Year. Okay, next.
Alright.
Next
award. Ito na. MVP na tayo o Coach of the Year muna?
Coach of the Year bago MVP.
Okay. Coach of the Year ang candidate si Quinn Snyder, Utah Jazz, Tom Thibodeau sa New York Knicks, Monty Williams, Phoenix Suns. Last year's winner si Nick Nurse.
Hirap, no? This is a hard decision. But since you're my guest, I'll let you do the first choice.
Woohoo!
Okay, sige.
Siguro still yung number one yung best record sa NBA would be an impact sa voting. I think Quinn Snyder will win this as a Coach of the Year. It's either him or Monty Williams because yung turnaround din ng Phoenix Suns, no? Grabe. Kailan ba sila huli nag-playoffs? Sobrang dikit but consistency wise si Snyder talaga pwedeng yun yung sa tingin ko lang na mananalo. It would be close sa tingin ko rin sa voting. Pero anyone naman na mong the three dito, well, okay lang din sa akin. Kahit si Dibo to, yung New York Knicks, kailan ba huli rin nag-playoffs yun? Diba? Nabuo-buo rin niya yung alam mo yun, di ba?
Mm.
Yung Randall, di ba? Grabe, galing din eh. Parang magagaling tong three coaches na to, but Snyder would be my pick. Ikaw ba, Kiko? Hirap.
Mahirap eh. I think
Oo.
kasi I would take out Monty Williams. Siya siguro yung third place. Simply because Chris Paul is there. Chris Paul is the main reason why Phoenix Suns is in number 2. And unfortunately, sa playoffs ngayon, injured si Chris Paul. Now, so it's a toss-up between Snyder of Utah and Tom Thibodeau. Ang hirap i-pronounce. Thibodeau. Kasi for the New York, the reason for Snyder is simply because number 1. Yun lang. Number 1. Enough reason for that. Number 1. At saka, yun, magaling talaga eh. The only thing that's holding me back why hindi ko siya mabigay ng unanimous decision is because of what New York Knicks did. Diba? New York Knicks hasn't been into the playoffs for 9 years. I'm not sure. For tagal eh. And they just won their first playoff games after blah blah blah, 'di ba? After ilang years. So parang and the pressure of handling a New York team this much.
Grabe.
So hati ako eh. Pero I would want just to be consistent with my vote. Siguro I'll give that win to Snyder. Sa'yo Snyder din, di ba?
Oo, pero ang hirap nga rin eh. But yun nga, with the reasons that we have discussed, yun na siguro yung pang-ano ko that we'll get the votes. Doon siya makakalim. But sa tingin ko magkakadikitan niya sa votes. But end of the day, it will be Snyder. Sa tingin ko na magiging coach of the year.
Okay. Just give it to the consistent. Pinaka-obvious.
Yep.
Next. Okay.
Alright, so ito na. MVP naman. 3 finalists.
Okay.
Stephen Curry, Golden State Warriors, Joel Embiid, Philadelphia 76ers, Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets. Last year's winner, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Your choice.
Milwaukee Bucks. Ako lagi ude. No? Kaya sige. Hirap. Yeah, stick pa rin ako doon sa number 1 because yung Philadelphia 76ers, maganda yung ano nila ngayon, maganda yung team, pagkakabuo, coach, ganyan, si Doc Rivers. But sa isang banda rin, napapaisip ako kay Nikola Jokic. Siya rin magaling na player. As in, ngayon, nawala pa si Murray. Talagang siya yung nagdadala ngayon sa Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
Ngayon, tumalaban ng maganda. Number 3 pa rin.
Exactly. So, what would be your final decision?
Oo nga, yun na eh. Yun nga, still, I would stick dun sa number 1 sila sa East. Yung turnaround ng Philadelphia, I'll go with Joel Embiid.
Okay. Favorite, Steph Curry. Okay. Bar none. Siguro, attitude-wise, underdog style, underdog kasi siya, 'di ba yun nila? And then small player, 'di ba? Sabi nila height is might in basketball. But Steph Curry continues to elude them. But in reality, as much as I don't want to, I think it's Nikola Jokic who will win it. Steph Curry wasn't able to bring his team to the 8th seed of the playoffs, 7th or 8th seed of the playoffs, though he had a wonderful playoff or a wonderful season, marred with injuries, Ang daming what if for the Golden State this year. What if Klay Thompson didn't get injured? What if Wiseman was given enough playing time and didn't get injured? Yun yung mga tanong natin. If only Golden State was able to go to the 8 or 7 seed ng playoffs, I would 100% choose Steph Curry. However, we have to give.
We are Independent Podcast Network. We are Guerrilla Podcast Syndicate. Would you like to hear your brand while supporting quality podcasts? Contact us now at advertise@guerrillapodcastsyndicate.com.
The trophy for me kay Jokic simply because he held on to the Denver Nuggets when Jamal Murray got injured. He was the focal point. If Denver needs points, he will give it. If Denver needs assists, he will give it. If anyone wants to play defense, he will give it. So overall, I think it's Jokic. So doon tayo nagkaiba. So sa'yo si Embiid, sa Jokic.
Dalawa.
However, Embiid also deserves it. It's just that ako feel ko mas matimbang sa akin si Jokic.
I think it will be close na, Kiko, kasi nabanggit ko silang dalawa kaagad. Though ako, talagang fan din ako ni Curry. I mean, shooting, yung impact niya. It was a good run for the Golden State. Sayang lang, konting-konti lang talaga sa LA Lakers, sa Memphis, as in close lang, may chance. Yun ang exciting part sa play-in tournament. No? Somehow, di ba? Napasaya yung basketball followers. Ang ganda rin. Though kahit talo, nothing to be ashamed of yung performance ni Curry. Talagang nakakagana. Despite of that lineup, compare mo sa previous, with the injuries, with the struggles, at least na pwedeng lumaban yung, pwedeng manakot yung ganong seed sa mga, di ba, sa mga contenders. Pinakaba nila, di ba? Yung Lakers, yung Memphis, pinakaba nila. May mga upset sila na, so to speak. But yeah, pick ko lang talaga yung si Joel Embiid with the turnaround. But okay lang din kung manalo si Jokic kasi well-deserved din naman talaga.
Yes.
Yeah,
with the heavy heart, I want Steph to win. Pero wala. We have to be realistic on that. Yan yung mga
sa voting.
Yan yung mga picks namin. So for defensive player of the year, my pick is Gobert, si Simmons kay Zark. We both agreed on the coach and rookie of the year, Ball and Snyder. For MVP, Jokic. Yours is MVP.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll start with the playoffs. So,
all right.
Let's start with the East. So, ano ba yung matchup ng East?
Ito, yung number 1 versus number 8. So, number 1 ang Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
Number 8, Washington Wizards.
Okay, so apparently, as of today, okay, the Wizards are up, or the 76ers are up 2-0. Okay? So, by the time siguro mag-upload to or we upload this, first round is done already. Do you think Wizards still has a chance to overcome this or it's the game over?
Heavy favorites ang Philadelphia, no, sa tingin ko rin. Kompleto sila sa lineup eh. Mas matibay yung lineup nila compare mo sa Washington Wizards. I mean, hindi nila kakayanan yung gano'n. Tapos injured pa si Russell Westbrook, si Bradley Beal, may mga nararamdaman. So, hindi mahihirapan sila. Siguro they might win 1 game or 2 games, but at the end of the series, it will be Philadelphia.
Okay.
Ikaw ba, Kiko?
I would agree. As much as I want the underdog to win, tingin ko the 2-0 is too much. Parang to overcome for the Wizards. So I think 76ers will move to the next stage. Yan.
All right.
Barnard, wala talagang wala, sayang eh. Pero who would ever thought that Wizards will be able to nab the 8th place? I have a friend in States, si Albert Egana. Hi, Albert. Si Betong. He's a big-time Wizards fan. Washington boy. And nag-aasaran kami kasi Orlando ako, siya Washington. Sabi namin, kulelat yung team namin. And early on, Wizards, di ba, were struggling. And who would ever thought that Wizards will be able to get to the playoffs winning dun sa mga play-in tournaments, something like that. Di ba?
Oo,
Ang galing. So,
galing.
it's because of Russell Westbrook and Beal. Even John Wall could not bring Wizards to the playoffs. So that's the effect of Russell Westbrook. As much as I want Wizards to win, 76ers is too much for them.
Yeah.
Siguro,
Exactly.
siguro one big time player away sila for them to contend. Okay, next.
Masyadong malalim. Yep. So, doon naman tayo sa 2 versus 7. No? That's Brooklyn Nets versus Boston Celtics. Kiko.
Okay.
Sa ngayon, leading ang Nets ng 2-0 Celtics. Ikaw naman, nasa tingin mo?
Injured, ang dami injured sa Celtics eh. So, and then ang ganda na dito na lumalabas yung chemistry ng big three ng Nets. So, just like the first one, game over, 5 games. I'll just give Celtics a game to win. Baka nga wala pa, pero I'll give Nets the win, 4-1 or 4-0 for you.
Ako, 4-0 to, Kiko. As in, mahirap talaga, wala si Brown eh. Doon talaga yung flow ng Boston eh. Sa ganong, built talaga siya sa ganong lineup. Smart, si Walker, si Tatum, and then si Brown. Kailangan yun eh. Kailangan silang apat talaga yung, pag may nawala dyan na isa because of the team game, apektado na lahat eh. Sira na yung machine. So,
wala pa silang big man.
Oo, hindi naman ganoon eh. Sino ba yung yung center nila from dati, from Cleveland. But not enough eh. Not enough pa rin. Kaya iba yung Brooklyn, nag-ano na nila. Nakukuha na nila yung assign mo chemistry. Nagkakaanohan na sila yung rotation ng players. Alam na nila kung pasok, ganun. But we'll see sa second round kung ano mangyayari. Kasi interesting yan eh.
Yes.
4-0 ako dyan.
4-0 ka. Doon sa 76ers Wizard, ano ka ba? 4-0 or
bigyan ko ng isa. I think 4-1. 4-1.
Ako din eh, 4-1 eh. Kasi parang
4-1.
may time ang 76ers na tamad na maglaro. Baka mamaya ma-chambahan sila eh. Feel ko lang.
Pag sa home court, malaking bagay. Ma-push sila, di ba? To play better. Next. Alright, 4-1 tayo pares. Okay, ito, maganda to. But surprisingly, number 3 versus number 6, Milwaukee Bucks versus Miami Heat. It's a rematch from last year's playoffs. And surprisingly, Kiko, sa ngayon yung 3-0, Kiko. Nanalo ng grabe. Last 2 games. 3-0 na. Game 1.
Oh.
Game 1, exciting. I mean, overtime, 2 points lang. Chris Middleton, clutch shot. Game 2, as in 132-98, blowout game. Game 3 kanina, Bucks 113, Heat 84. As in, grabe. Sa Miami pa yung nilaro. Very surprised kasi sa Miami nilaro eh. Tapos ganun yung result na
whatever, 4-0.
4-0 ka.
Ikaw.
Grabe, ako nga before, I was thinking parang mga lang to eh, mga 6 games eh. But ikaw, confidently 4-0. Siguro, sa flow din, nakita ko na kasi yung laro ng Milwaukee Bucks dito eh. Napakalaking impact ni Jrue Holiday.
Yes.
Underrated player, two-way player. Ano mo, gusto ko yung mga ganyan. Yan yung mga tinitingnan ko eh. Galing na point guard, can play defense, talaga sa best perimeter players. And you also have the reigning defensive player of the year, si Giannis. So, ganda doon ako na-impress yung rotation ng defense sa Kiko. And sa tingin ko makakaisa siguro yung Miami Heat, but 4-1 to, Milwaukee Bucks.
4-1.
Go 4-0, grabe.
Yeah. Okay. Now, next
tayo. Ito, medyo exciting to. Yung New York Knicks, number 4, versus number 5, Atlanta Hawks. As of now, 1-1. Ito mahirap. Oo, yung mga usual na mahirap, yung 4 versus 5 eh.
Ano tingin mo? Ganda nito eh.
Ako muna. 4 versus 5. Game, I think it will go sa 7 games. Yeah, 4-3 ako, New York Knicks. Impressed ako
Uh,
sa sistema ni Thibodeau kasi, I mean, hard work. Tamo. Ikaw
uh,
ba?
here's the thing. The leader for the New York Knicks supposedly is Julius Randle, 'di ba? Paputok-putok na lang si Derrick Rose, 'di ba? Although he had a great game in game 2, pero I don't think he can consistently produce that, 'di ba? Um the thing with Julius Randle, he is good. However, sabi ko nga kanina, he deserves the most improved player, but he still has a thing to improve, and that is outside shooting.
Yes.
Napansin natin nung game 2,
Mhm.
yung nag-struggle ang Knicks, the most improved player didn't make any difference in the first half. In the first half alone. Why? Once he gets the ball, automatic na idediretso na niya sa court. Wala siyang outside shooting. So, I firmly believe that for Knicks to win, other players must step up sa outside shooting because definitely Randall doesn't have that. And but I still believe that New York Knicks will win 4-2.
Wow. Wow. 4 games to 2. Okay. Okay yun But,
Oo.
what
Ikaw ba
we'll see kasi,
4-3 ka?
4-3. 4-3 to, game 7.
Yeah.
Kasi match din, maganda rin yung lineup ng Atlanta and with the interim coach Nate McMillan.
Mm-mm.
Tama naman yung turnaround din. Sabi ko nga, nung playoffs kasi, Kiko, magkakadikit yan eh. Atlanta, New York, tapos yung Miami. Sabi ko, ayoko yung Miami kasi medyo yung Miami. Para sa Bucks kasi, Milwaukee Bucks ako eh. Nakakadikit. Although ba sa atin, ganun pa rin yung naging standings na for yung New York, 5 yung Atlanta, then 6 yung Miami. So, totoo talagang sila, talagang pumapalag sila. But, close to magandang laban kaya sa tingin ko game 7. Kasi andyan si Trey, di ba?
Si
Trey Young.
si
Oh.
si Young kasi parang feel ko if you rely too if you're not Steph Curry and you rely too much on your free or on your outside shooting, you'll get burned in you know in a series. Yun yung tingin ko.
Sabagay.
Oh,
But kasi, hindi lang naman siya yung shooter doon. You have Bogdanovic, you have Gallinari. So, medyo may rin eh. And then yung Nate McMillan, yung impact niya talagang, siyempre, known as a defensive player yun. Talagang nakikita mo rin maganda yung mga bantayan nila eh. And also Thibodeau, nagkaka-adjustan sila ng mga rotations na gano'n, mga sabayan, mga counter-attack sa offenses. Ganda panoorin yung laban na to. Kaya,
yes.
I feel na game 7 to. But, Knicks. Mahirap mamili pero tingnan New York Knicks.
Ako tingin ko Knicks in 6 games. Pero I won't be surprised if it reaches 7 games. Baka kasi masobra ng pag-trash talk ni Trey Young eh.
Yun nga lang. Parang
nakikipagsabayan siya. Why not try to be like Steph Curry na kung mag-trash talk, medyo hindi halata.
Kasi minsan nakakaano pa yun sa kabila eh. Parang mamomotivate pa yun pagka sinabi mo which nangyari nung game 2, di ba? Kahit lamang nung first half yung Atlanta, na turnaround ng New York Knicks and they won the game.
Ito naman. So, let's talk about the second rounds. Based sa ating hula, second round lang.
Sige.
Second round saka na natin pag-usapan next sa ibang episodes yung mga finals na yan, conference finals. What if 76ers and the Knicks meet up?
Yan lang, Kiko. I mean, lamang talaga, okay, ako muna. Lamang talaga rito yung lamang pa rin ang Philadelphia 76ers. Medyo maganda yung lineup nila, yung bench nila. You have Tobias Harris, si Embiid, Ben Simmons, You have Seth Curry, may shooter. You have Danny Green. Yung limang yan, solid eh. Pag naglaro talaga, as in, mahirap i-compare mo sa starting five na New York Knicks. And I excuse me, I think na ano lang yan, na baka 4-1.
Mm.
4-1 yan sa tingin ko ang Philadelphia. Ikaw ba?
Philadelphia, Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Teka lang ha.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss an episode by clicking on the subscribe button now. This podcast is possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
I think I believe you. Parang I'll be happy if Knicks, will get a win or two, but I think the Sixers will win. In 6 games.
6 games.
Yes,
Not bad na rin. Possible na rin. Ako sabi ko 4-1 yan eh. Bukod dun sa solid yung 5 nila, Kiko. You have also players na magaling dumipensa like Danny Green, you have Ben Simmons. Si Harris okay lang din, di ba? Hindi naman masamang dumipensa. Kasi given na yung offense sa kanila eh. And even Embiid, di ba? Si Embiid, di rin naman masama dumipensa. So, MVP candidate siya. So, compare mo sa kabila like si Randall, si Rose, hindi ko na, alam mo yun, pag talagang matchup, hindi ka mapapa-convince na tatalunin ng New York yung Philadelphia. So, kaya 4-1 pa rin ako dito.
Okay. Now, next matchup. Ito maganda to. Nets.
Oo, yan.
And Nets versus Bucks.
Woo! Ang hirap nito Kasi, syempre, obviously, Milwaukee Bucks naman talaga ako, no? But, mapapansin mo, Kiko, yung lineup ng Milwaukee Bucks last year, compare mo yung lineup na yun, di ba, yung Bledsoe, yung point guard nila, parang, marami nagsasabi na, although, obvious naman na tumitiklop pag playoffs, nawawala yung performance, di ba? But, yung steady playmaking ni Drew Holiday, ang laking bagay, nakukuha niya yung spots na kailangan kay Chris Middleton, kay Lopez. Si Lopez plays a lot more sa loob ngayon, compare yung mga previous games.
Yeah.
But of course, Giannis, that's a given. Talagang aatake sa basket yan. And then you also have this bench players pala. Si Forbes, di ba? Yung shooter, yung sniper. You have PJ Tucker. You have Bobby Portis. And then you also have Jeff Teague.
Yeah.
Talagang Pat Connaughton, mga shooters talagang ready sila sa ikot. They know what to do. Though Brooklyn talagang given, magagaling. You have this big three plus Griffin, di ba? May role players sila na ganun-ganun. But I don't think na sa rotation-wise and yung impact ng defense, Kiko, kasi talagang sobrang tinitingnan ko yan sa mga laban eh. The way you play defense, yung switches sa mga ganong star players, sa magagaling na teams, kasi defense talaga will win championships eh. Like LA Lakers, magaling magdepensa. Yun yung pattern siguro ng Milwaukee Bucks na makakatalo dyan sa Brooklyn. Surprising lang ko, maraming Brooklyn, but I think na baka umabot to ng Game 6 Milwaukee
Bucks. Okay.
Yes.
Sa akin ay kasi hindi lang kasi big three yung Nets, di ba? Hindi lang big three ang Nets. Meron din silang players, key players sa bench eh. Diba?
Yep.
So,
Green.
Yes.
Si Brown ba yun? Yung isa?
Si Harris. Diba?
Oh, yan.
So, I believe it will be Nets in 5 or 6.
Wow.
Pero kagana natin.
Sige.
Barring any injuries. Okay.
Of course. Siyempre.
Nets in 6. Kasi favorite ko din si Steve Nash.
And you know what? Andun si D'Antoni, assistant coach ni Steve Nash.
Yes. So
parang ganun pa rin yung system, di ba? Na na small ball, gano'n, yung mabilis na pace, talagang yun ang style ng Brooklyn.
Yes.
Kaya sila, so 6, wow.
So let's
Well,
see.
yun na lang.
After,
Second,
sa mga followers natin, you'll see more of Zark as we have the NBA Finals.
ito
Now,
yung mga, sige.
okay. Now, let's go to the West.
Alright. So, 1 versus 8 muna tayo. Utah Jazz, number 1 versus Memphis Grizzlies. Series tied, nakaka-surprise ng game 1.
Yeah.
Sige.
The Grizzlies are continuing to surprise the NBA NBA fans, especially si Ja Morant.
Galing talaga.
Galing, di ba? Pero I would think, well, tingin ko na tsumamba sila ng game 1 simply because wala si Mitchell, si Spider. So
close game game 1.
Yes. So I think Jazz will win this in 6 games.
Oo naman. I mean, just talaga to. Maganda rin tong sistema ng Jazz eh. They move well. Yung ball movement, yung player movement, talagang execution-wise ang ganda eh. So, I think, makakaisa lang. I think, sunod-sunod na yung panalo ng Utah dito. 4-1 to, Kiko.
4-1, okay.
Yep.
So, nilalagay ko talaga para may tayo.
Sige.
Next, number 2 versus 7.
Yan, yeah. Phoenix Suns, number 2. Number 7 ang LA Lakers. Sabi lang to eh. But defending champion ng LA Lakers, so
ito.
Lamang talaga sila. Oo. Ito, Kiko eh. Lamang sila kasi right now, ang hirap din. Si Chris Paul na injury pa. So, paano lalo? Si Booker, Devin Booker lang ba? Si Aiden ba? Mahihirapan sila totally sa manpower.
Maturity-wise, di ba katulad yung kanina na flagrant foul na eject si Booker? Wala kasi experience sa playoffs. Diba? If you play the playoffs, you'll experience that. You won't do that stupid thing. Diba? I'm sure we both agree that I don't want to face a LeBron in playoffs. Okay? I would want to face him in the finals. Pero yung ganitong playoffs na ladder, I don't want him. Parang walang kryptonite si LeBron pag yung ordinary sa finals pwede pa. Pero pag ganito, I don't think so. I'll give this, kaya nga yung nag-play in tournament ba ang Lakers? Sabi ko ay kawawa Jazz or Suns nito. So I would give Lakers in a 4-2 win.
4-2. Oo nga eh. Buti nga kamo, Kiko, yung sa play-in, nanalo na kagad sila kasi in a way, mas not to take Phoenix Suns lightly, pero kaysa mag number 8 sila, mas okay na matchup sa kanila to eh. Tong Phoenix Suns eh. Kasi may yung mga players, I mean makakatapat, may pwedeng magbantay eh, like kay Booker, kay Chris Paul. Ang lalim pa rin ng players ng LA Lakers compare mo sa tao sa roster ng Phoenix Suns. You still have the Davis, you have Drummond, you have Gasol, you have Snyder. Talagang malalim eh. Caruso, maganda yung rotation eh. And take note, defending champion sila, hindi naman basta-basta bibigay ito ng ganun-ganyan lang. For sure, papahirapan nila to. But straight na to, Kiko. Chris Paul, hindi 100%. Wala na, I think 4-1 yan.
For 5 games.
5 games, so tapos na to. Nakaano lang nung game 1 because of the home court advantage. But, eto na, nararamdaman na ng Lakers lalo yung home court advantage. Yung game 3 talagang they will dominate it.
So, 1-1 to no? Next, 3-6.
2-1 na pala tong Lakers Okay, yeah. Denver Nuggets number 3 versus Portland Trail Blazers number 6. Ito maganda ring laban to, Kiko.
What's that?
Mahirap tong 2-1. Kanina nanalo yung Nuggets pero close lang din. So to surprisingly nga, I mean, yung sinasabi mo Kiko kay Jokic, ito yun eh. Kahit wala si Murray, Jokic pa rin talaga yung yung anchor. Talagang galing mamasag, galing nakapondo sila ng lamang. Kung I'm discussing game 3, konting lang, highlights. Humabol yung Portland, yeah, you have Lillard. Pero kasi, Kiko, kinapos sila eh. I mean, nakapondo talaga ng panalo yung nakapondo na lamang yung Nuggets. Pero ang hirap, Kiko, ang hirap lang hulaan talaga. Ito lang.
So,
tingin ko game 7 pa rin to in Portland. Pero Portland to, Kiko. Ang hirap hulaan, but tingin ko Portland.
Okay. Portland has shown their being pesky, their never say die attitude. I think they've grown well in the playoffs. That's why I'm choosing Nuggets in 5 games.
Wow.
Puro Blazers, Tapos,
siguro, kasi I feel na makaka-adjust pa rin naman sila. Kasi, yung sa tao, medyo pa rin naman sila eh. Sila pa rin yun eh. Solid pa rin sila. May mga mali lang na decisions, yung rotations sa defense, but kaya game 7 pa rin ako.
Okay. So,
hirap.
So, ano yung next natin?
Ito, grabe. So, LA Clippers, number 4, number 5, Dallas Mavericks, and 2-0, Dallas, lamang, grabe.
And the Clippers are showing their side once again.
Oo nga grabe. Nakaka-surprise, no?
It's playoff once again.
Ikaw muna, Iko.
Sige. I believe that the Clippers has the enough manpower, except that ang laki nung nawala kasi sina Harrell, sina Lou Williams, yung mga yon, parang ang dami nilang pinabayaan. Wala sila yung legit big man, and I don't think that though they have George and Leonard, parang nag-aagawan sila sa pwesto eh. Although pwede ding, 'di ba, minsan nagpa-power forward si George, pero he commands the ball. He needs the ball. So advantage talent-wise Clippers kasi yun nga sa manpower. Pero I believe Mavericks will win this in 6 games.
Actually, medyo pumapabor na kasi 2-0 eh.
Yes, but, kasi hindi ako naniniwalang masisweep yan kasi kahit paano mananalo ang Clippers dyan ng 1 to 2 games, except Leonard suddenly becomes a monster, then I can see Clippers winning in 7 games. Pero kung yung simpleng pacing na Kawhi Leonard, Mavericks in 6 games.
Condition. So, final So, Dallas pa rin.
Dallas 6 games.
Okay.
Clippers yan pag nag-7 games.
Kaya nga. So ano na pick mo, Bali?
Mavericks.
Mavericks pa rin, no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ako, ang pick ko kasi dito talaga is sa Clippers, no? Siguro, well, sa history naman ng NBA, may mga nakabalik naman ng 2-0 eh, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
And I will not doubt na makakabalik pa rin tong Clippers. But they have to take it 1 game at a time kasi ang dami talaga nilang lapses, Kiko. They are a good team. Yung tao nila, you have Ibaka there, si Morris, 'di ba? Andun pa si Rondo, 'di ba? Hinihintay ko rin yung playoff Rondo, yung leader kasi tingin ko siya yung malaking bagay yung point guard na magko-control the experience galing sa championship na mag-guide para maka-recover tong Clippers. Ang kailangan lang nilang gawin, they have to rotate well, pag-prepare talaga sila kay Doncic as in. Kasi kapag hindi na nagawa yung matatapos tong series na to na baka 4-2 nga. But I think Game 7 to. Game 7 to sa LA Clippers.
Game 7, Clippers.
Yes. Ang
Okay.
hirap.
Kasi nauuna sa Clippers kasi yung angas before they want to play a game. Remember the dunk by
Oo.
Leonard?
Kawhi.
Yeah,
Mm.
on Kleber. 'Di ba? Tatlo silang Clippers na
Oo.
nakasigaw. Nauuna yung angas instead of playing ball. And that will hunt them, I believe.
Oo. Problema yun eh. No?
Yes.
Pero still, may chance pa naman. I mean, we'll see yung game 3 kung talagang nagising na sila.
Mm-hmm.
Yun na yung ano, I mean,
Well,
magtutuloy-tuloy
we'll
na.
see once na di ba kasi pag-upload nito malamang tapos na yung
May mga series na natapos.
Pero ito we'll definitely go live once na mag-conference final. Or pwede natin pag-usapan siguro pag nag-conference finals every day live natin at least 30 minutes.
Oh,
we'll do that. We'll do that soon. Anyway, sige. Tulad ng ginawa natin sa East. Let's see. Okay? So, if Jazz meets, for example, Mavericks. Yun yung question na. Kasi magkaiba yung choice natin. And if Jazz meets Clippers, who will win?
Yan.
Yes.
Ang hirap din, no?
Sige,
talagang
una-una.
Magaling.
Jazz Mavs.
Jazz Mavs, okay.
Mm.
Ako, just ako kung yun man yung mangyari sa second round. Bilib ako sa system nila eh. I mean, kompleto yung lineup nila. May depensa ka, si Gobert, you have the scorer, Mitchell, you have, the six-man, si Jordan Clarkson. Maano yung yung team nila, yung guard si Limutan ko na yung name ng guard. But, hindi, bukod kay Mitchell si yung kaluwete. Limutan ko na tuloy. Yung veteran na.
Si Rubio?
Hindi si Rubio yung Pati ka manalo ng 3-point shootout. Si yung kay Steph nun. But anyway, Utah Jazz pa rin. Malalim yung
ilang
lineup. Kung Dallas yun, I think 4-1 lang.
5. I would agree with you. Jazz in 5. Pag Jazz and Clippers, what would be your choice?
Yun ang maganda. Yun ang magandang laban.
Yeah.
Kasi system-wise, magaling yung Jazz, and then yung personal naman din ng Clippers, kakaiba, no? Siguro game 7 ako dyan dito. It will be, talagang bakbakan yan. Pero Clippers. Tingin ko.
I would want Clippers to overcome the shadow of the Lakers. Yan yung gusto kong makakita. That's why I want Clippers to win. For the Jazz and Clippers match, it would be Jazz in 6.
Wow.
Pero totoo sinasabi ko, gusto kong ma-overcome yun ng Clippers yung shadow ng Lakers. Pero I think parang hindi kasi well-oiled machine ang Clippers. They have the talent, the coach is there kahit paano, pero they're not well-oiled machine. Yun yung fear ko. Then that's compared sa Jazz. Ang problema lang naman ng Jazz, they're just one injury away from destruction. Just one injury away. Kasi kompleto lineup nila. They have their own roles. But once someone gets injured, hindi nila kaya mapunan yung hole na yun. Yun yung
yung togetherness nila talaga sa team eh. Kumbaga nakasalalay yun sa isa't isa dito. Isang lang yun. Yun lang yung nga lang yung diferensya dun sa Jazz. Compare sa other teams na say mawala tong isa, merong magpupuno nung kulang na yun. So, yeah, we'll see. Patagang yan ang interesting na matchup eh. Kasi sa ibang teams pag may nawalang isa, nako-compensate pa rin eh, di ba, ng player na yun eh. So, but it will be an exciting series tingin ko to. Okay. Kung sila man yung magtatapat. Yep.
Ito naman, Lakers, Nuggets, Lakers, Blazers. In case the Lakers face the Nuggets, who would be your choice?
Mas ano to, di ba? Western Finals to last year.
Western semifinals.
Oo, I mean, tama pala. But not enough Kiko Yung mas nawala si Murray, mahihirapan lalo yung Denver. I think lang to, 4-1 lang sa LA Lakers to.
Lakers.
Mas marami silang tao na I mean, tapos solid pa kasi I mean, champion sila reigning champion Yung system nandun na, defense nila ang galing.
Lakers in 5 all. Basically, papagurin lang si Jokic. Matetest yung stamina ni Jokic kay Davis and Drummond. Yun lang.
Si Harrell. Ang lalim ng rotation ng LA. Grabe.
Lakers, Blazers. Lakers in 4.
Wow.
Lakers in 4.
Talaga reality check, hindi pa rin talaga kakayanin ng Portland yung Lakers
Yes.
So it's between 6 or 5 games. 6 games sa LA yan. LA pa rin naman nanalo.
Okay, so yan
mahirap
yung natin. So siguro pag nag-conference finals, we'll take a look back at this and discuss what happened, di ba? The first and second round of the NBA playoffs. Now, we have one more topic to discuss bago tayo go separate ways. Are you in favor with the play-in tournament?
Yes. Kita mo naman yung last series, Kiko. It was exciting, di ba? I mean, reduce yung games from 82 games naging 72. But, napaka-exciting, di ba? Like yung series ng Golden State versus Lakers and then yung Golden State versus Memphis. Di ba? Ang saya. Iba yung may pagka-touch ng NCAA na alam mo yun, na knockout. May pagkagalang Kiko di ba? So, play your best. Then, kahit nasa 10 ka, 9, still have a chance to make it to the playoffs, di ba? Pag maganda yung gising mo, pag maganda gising ng team nyo, all of a sudden, nandun ka na sa playoffs, pasok ka na, di ba?
Yes.
Just like, take a look also sa kabila, sa East, yung Washington. Sino ba mag-aakalain na from number, 8 sila, 9, then naging ganun yung pwesto nila, di ba? Galing din I mean, so, na-earn naman nila, so, exciting. Not bad. About reduced games, but exciting.
Ako, I believe, I that's something refreshing about the NBA. I think that would be fine. That would be good. That would be great. That idea is amazing. You know why? Hindi parang at least yung mga kasi usually, 'di ba, meron diyan pag yung sa playoffs sa dulo na nag-tie sila ng record, parang meron silang tiebreaker Pero dito may play-in tournament. So actually, the 9th and the 10th seed of the conference can still hope for a finals for a playoff slot. Parang magiging March Madness NCAA type.
Yes. Touch
So,
na di ba?
maganda.
Touch lang.
Siguro this is what I like with the commissioner of the NBA right now. Kasi his group tries to find ways how to make the games exciting and more challenging. So ako personally, I'm in favor of that play-in tournament.
Sabi, no?
Okay.
It was exciting talagang ganda. Kahit sabihin mo natalo yung Golden State, pa rin iba Iba, as in, may chance, no? Nabubuhay na at natatakot yung ibang teams. Baka mamaya sumabog tong player na to, talo tayo. Diba? Ibang turnaround ka agad. Ayos.
Mm-hmm.
Refreshing I would agree sa idea talaga na napakaganda.
Kasi sometimes, if you're in the old school, you don't want to embrace change. But the world is changing and you have to embrace it. Change. Diba? So, yun. With that, you have any, Zark, we'll do this again. Okay? NBA playoffs, probably NBA. Uh, Probably we'll talk about the NBA Conference Finals or the NBA Finals. Basta we will be doing a live hopefully pag NBA Finals every day. We'll just discuss siguro what went wrong,
Mhm.
what would this team needs to do. We'll just discuss that siguro kung ano mangyayari. Diba?
Some breakdown, di ba?
Yeah,
Breakdown ng
breakdown.
games,
And then
para gano'n. Himayin natin.
hopefully the draft, di ba? Rookie draft.
Pwede rin.
Yes. Okay. So Zark, meron ka mga gustong batiin?
Oh, yes. It's good to be back, Iko. Salamat sa pag-invite. And yeah, dito ko lang nanay tatay ko, mga kapatid ko. Mga friends ko na still nanonood, mga kasama namin dito, mga kaibigan namin nanonood. Maraming salamat pa rin. Support nyo lang yung podcast. This is the new change, Kiko. Iba na yun yung pag-broadcast. It's a podcast. Tawagin, di ba? Ito na yun eh. So another way of, na sharing our passion, di ba, with the game. Comment kayo pag napanood nyo, we would be happy to discuss kung ano yung tingin nyo rin sa mga nasabi namin. Comments are welcome.
Okay. So with that, papasalamat tayo kay Zark for his time. And although magiging late yung upload nito since we have, nakaayos yung arrangement ng episodes natin. Thank you for supporting us mula noong nasa radio pa tayo, going to the Bola Boys, and then hi kay sa ating kasama si Gerald. Yes, and then of course dito sa pag-guest ni Zark sa ating podcast. So till next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've always said this, games are always exciting if there is extra session. We will do another episode of this soon once the NBA playoffs goes to its latter stages. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good day.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to visit our website at www.guerrillapodcastsyndicate.com, where you can subscribe to the show in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, rate and review this podcast and share it with your friends. You can also join the conversation with Guerrillas RV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Please consider on making a donation to help us keep making the podcast you love. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us.